Today we're going to be taking a look at the new exclusive Luke Skywalker's buildable lightsaber set and the full official reveal of the UCS Jabba's Sailbarge. Also, I am giving away a free sealed copy of the Imperial dropship via the Rebel Scout Speeder, and I'll be announcing the winner around the 5th of October. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and comment down on this video. So after 2 or 3 years in the making, it's finally here, and set 75397, the UCS Jabba's Sailbarge, has already completely divided the LEGO Star Wars community, and I'll get into why in just a second. But first up, let's break down what you get when you buy this LEGO set, starting with the new exclusive set 40730, the Luke Skywalker buildable lightsaber gift with purchase. So with 145 pieces and an Episode 6 Return of the Jedi design, this is a really accurate and detailed build, coming with a display stand and also a plaque. The longer design looks less goofy and is much more realistic than the original lightsaber designs. But I think what makes this a near perfect gift with purchase is how much it suits the set it's coming with. Luke does some pretty serious damage with this lightsaber while taking down and destroying the Sailbarge, and so I think it's a really fitting and nostalgic choice from LEGO. I actually think I'm kind of more excited for the lightsaber than the Sailbarge. So let's take a detailed look at this Sailbarge now, because coming in with 3,942 pieces, it's a medium-sized UCS set. It's going to retail at around $550 in the US and £500 here in the UK. It will be available to pre-order on October the 1st for LEGO VIPs and insiders, and it will go out for general release on the 3rd of October. You will get 11 minifigures included, which is a lot more than we saw in the UCS Venator, and is more than what you expect from a LEGO Star Wars UCS set. It's kind of more like an icon set, like Barad-dûr had 10 minifigures. We have the new Slayer Leia, a reused C-3PO and R2-D2, along with a new Max Rebo and Salacious B. Crumb, and then we also have a Gamorrean Guard and Bib Fortuna, along with 3 Kithabas with Vizam, Woof, and a Kithaba crew member. And then, of course, the biggest minifigure draw to this set is Jabba the Hutt himself, who has been updated with some minor printing changes. I think it's just exciting that we're seeing him from LEGO Star Wars at all, as it's been over 10 years. And while I don't tend to nitpick over tiny details too much, I do think a really simple way of making the minifigures a bit more exclusive would have been to give C-3PO his silver leg, and also to give R2-D2 some leg printing. As for the set itself, the front box art is pretty clean and classy, but it doesn't really pop off at you like other UCS sets. It's just a big hunk of brown bricks. The sails look good and the overall shaping is accurate, but the Sailbarge was always going to have to rely heavily on the interior space and the minifigures. In the movies, it's made iconic by the action and the scenes that happen on board. It does of course come with the UCS collector plaque and display stand, and it's nice to see that the stand holds all of the minifigures. The outer fairing and greebling does have nice angled tiles and grills used to cover up some of the exposed studs and get that nice pattern on the side. But let's head inside and see if that's where the money has gone. To access the interior, you flip down the side panels, which are on hinges, revealing the 5 rooms featured in this LEGO design. And you can actually also lift off the top deck area to access it from better angles. Now in universe, the Sailbarge has more like 8 or 9 separate rooms, with a few smaller rooms and storage spaces. So this scaled down to LEGO version with 5 rooms feels about right. At the front of the ship is the control room, where we can see a Kithaba pilot. We then have a guard room and a holding cell and a central bar area where R2-D2 is serving drinks. This is all connected via open archways to the main lounge area, where we can see Slayer Leia, Bib Fortuna, and Jabba the Hutt, which gives you an open plan, accessible kind of feel to the inside. At the back is the iconic musicians area, where we can see Max Rebo has got an actual drumming booth to himself, which I think is well deserved. So focusing in on some of the details here, the interior is definitely the best part of this set for me. The bar area is quite heavily designed. There's like weapons racks on the walls, and it's nice to see the grills and the tiles that give the floor a smooth finish. It all feels quite nice and kind of like a diorama inside. The top deck is also really well designed, with some great details being used, like those whip pieces, and of course the big double laser cannon looks pretty sweet. One of the more expensive parts of this set is those sail scales, which I have to say do look very accurate in terms of colour and the shape compared to what we see in the movies. Which brings us on to the question of value, because in a vacuum, this is a great set. It's been well designed and it's accurate to Return of the Jedi, but it also showcases lots of LEGO's innovations in building techniques and all the new parts that have become available in the 10 years since we last saw the Sailbarge. And comparing the 2012 version against this 2024 UCS version is a no-brainer. It's clearly a big upgrade in all departments. But in my opinion, that's kind of where LEGO Star Wars and arguably also the Jabba tax comes into things. Typically, I'm not a big UCS set collector myself. I personally like dioramas, affordable play sets, and minifigures. And the only sets over $400 in the last few years that I've bought are Rivendell and Barad-dûr. So let's start with the Star Wars tax here, and it's pretty shocking when you do a direct comparison. LEGO Icons Rivendell retailed at $430, has 6,100 pieces, and includes 20 plus minifigures if you include the statues. So in every area there, the Sailbarge is bad value when compared against Rivendell. So at $500 to $550 for this Sailbarge, let's say there's a $100 Star Wars tax in there, and therefore a fair price point for this Sailbarge would actually be more like $400, and that sounds a little better. But actually, the last detailed adult collector set from LEGO Star Wars was the Mos Eisley Cantina, which is retiring this year. So let's run that comparison again, where Mos Eisley retailed at $400, included 3,100 pieces, but had 21 minifigures. So in case you missed it, the Sailbarge is $150 more expensive, has 800 extra pieces, but has 10 less minifigures. So the Sailbarge should really be around $350 to $400 based on these comparisons. Now, there are a couple of other things to factor in here, because the buildable Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, which is the gift with purchase, is realistically going to be similar to the Nazgul Fell Beast from the recent Icons Barad-dûr set. This set is going to probably sell for like over $100 on the used aftermarket, as it's been really well designed, it's accurate to episode 6, and it's a really nostalgic gift with purchase. And so that would kind of even out the price point slightly. It also has to be said, when I first shared a few months ago that the Desert Skiff would pair with the UCS Sailbarge, I thought this was kind of a bad decision from LEGO. Not only do you need to spend $550 on the Sailbarge, but also you do need to spend that $80 on the Desert Skiff. This is the only way to get the full minifigure lineup and also the actual Sarlacc pit. So that kind of cancels out the lightsaber gift with purchase being worthwhile. And look, it is worth noting that Disney takes around 25% of the LEGO Star Wars profit, which again would account for that Star Wars tax, but I'm not here to justify LEGO or Disney's recent extreme prices. Now, this set isn't for me just because of those issues with value, but if you're not on a budget or you're a big fan of the Sailbarge and have wanted this set for a long time, then I'd say it's worth picking it up on October the 1st for pre-order. But let me know what you think of the LEGO Star Wars tax and the new lightsaber set down in those comments, and if you're new here, then make sure to subscribe, but I'll see you guys on the next video.